Hi everyone, this is Elisa, bringing you my first ever game review. Today we will be looking at the latest entry in one of my favorite Nintendo series, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. When Kirby is sucked into a vortex at the beginning of the game, it is clear that a great new adventure is waiting for him. Kirby ends up in a mysterious, colorful Forgotten Land, where for some reason small and large creatures and monsters are hunting the Waddle Dee. Although the game's story is not its strong suit, I did not mind that at all. Nintendo could perhaps have invested more in the scenario, but it is enough of a motivation for Kirby to jump, fight and suck his way through this world. The gameplay is what you would expect based on previous Kirby games. You venture out into the Forgotten Land and travel between different stages while unlocking new powers by defeating monsters and taking dares. This entry, however, marks the first time Kirby appears in a fully 3D game, which is a delight to play from the very start. I have always wondered why Nintendo never created a 3D Kirby game before, and after playing this, another 2D Kirby game would just feel like a step back. In addition to the usual levels in which you have to free Waddle Dees, there are timed challenges in the form of various minigames. In these minigames, you can unlock special stars that you need to improve your powers. Additionally, by freeing Waddle Dees and collecting stars, you unlock new buildings in Kirby's village, which act as a sort of a home base where you can play various minigames and input codes to receive special items. Kirby's powers are definitely one of the game's strong points. Each power feels unique and can be upgraded to a stronger form. This power leveling system is a smart addition by Nintendo, which adds a sense of progression and some replay value, as going into a previously completed stage with enhanced powers can help you clear it fully and make it slightly different. However, while there is a sense of progression, the power system feels somewhat limited compared to other games. The game could have benefited from a more fleshed out power system with multiple tiers and more customizability. The village concept suffers from the same lack of choice and customizability, as the game offers no options to players regarding what to build. Additionally, some of the buildings barely add any functionality and may as well not exist, such as the post office. Perhaps Nintendo did not want to complicate things with too many systems to keep the gameplay as accessible as possible. I suppose that at its heart, Kirby games are platformers aimed at a large audience, so their choice makes some sense. The most innovative new aspect of the game is Kirby's Mouthful Mode. I will not spoil all the forms here, but trust me when I say that each new form adds elements to the gameplay in the stages as well as in the minigames. Take the car for example. In car form, Kirby can participate in timed races, drive up and down ramps to make jumps and make sharp turns. Each new form feels fresh when you discover it, and their uniqueness helps keep the game more varied and engaging. Using the forms, you can also solve various simple puzzles to unlock and free extra Waddle Dees from your village. However, the puzzles are too simple for my taste, and I would have preferred more of a challenge. Again, I believe Nintendo made this choice for reasons of accessibility. When it comes to replayability, this game has got you covered. Although most stages don't take a long time to finish, completely clearing them by finding all the secrets and unlocking all the Waddle Dees usually takes several tries. It took me around 12 hours to complete the story. However, after that, there were still more than enough stages and minigames left to clear completely. Despite the replayability, I have to confess that the game is not that difficult, and at times I find myself craving more of a challenge, but perhaps that is a lingering effect of having played a lot of Elden Ring lately. Graphically speaking, the game is very pleasing to the eye. The colors that are used in the game are very crisp and vivid, and it even looked good on my 65-inch 4K television. I find it quite impressive what Nintendo manages to squeeze out of its dated Switch hardware, purely through good visual design choices. However, it must be said that the lack of anti-aliasing was occasionally jarring. The game could have benefited a lot from a next-gen hardware upgrade. But unfortunately, there is still no official news about the rumored Switch Pro, but that's a story for another time. Lastly, I want to discuss the local co-op mode. Although Nintendo usually adds good co-op options to their games, in recent years there were a few letdowns. For instance, although Super Mario 3D World had a fully fleshed out co-op mode, Bowser's Fury and Super Mario Odyssey did not. Fortunately, unlike the previously mentioned games, Kirby and the Forgotten Land has a more complete co-op mode. After finishing the first introductory level, the second player can take control of Bandana Waddle Dee, Kirby's spear-wielding little friend. This character has a full moveset with several spear attacks and can even outdamage Kirby in some cases. Unfortunately, Bandana Waddle Dee does not have a Mouthful Mode and cannot wield various unique powers like Kirby. This is not necessarily a problem. However, during longer play sessions, my co-op partner got slightly bored, so I recommend you alternate who plays as Kirby to keep things fresh. In conclusion, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is the most enjoyable Kirby game I have ever played. The diverse range of powers and Mouthful Mode keep you coming back for more, despite the slightly repetitive nature of the stage-based level system. The story is rather simplistic and on the shorter side, but this does not get in the way of any of the fun, and is balanced out by the replayability of the stages and minigames. The game looks visually pleasing and uses colors effectively, but could have benefited from more powerful hardware and anti-aliasing. The co-op mode is better than in some previous Nintendo games and definitely worth playing with your friends and family. Although the game has all of this going for it, I can imagine that you have to be a certain kind of player to enjoy it fully. Those that prefer a higher degree of platform difficulty and more of a gameplay challenge would probably do well to look elsewhere. This game is best enjoyed casually, perhaps with a friend next to you on the couch. It is a brightly colored magical fairy tale to while away plenty a rainy day. Personally, I fall into the category of player the game caters to, so for me, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is definitely a buy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this review and that it helps you decide as to whether to buy the game or not. If you want more content like this, please like, comment and subscribe, as it does help the channel a lot. This is Elisa signing off. See you in the next one.